Hi, everyone, and welcome to this morning's call. I just want to start out by saying a little piece of gratitude. Uh, we've had these pieces. Oh, I should introduce myself first. Sorry. My name is Carrie Getzmier, and I'm a chiropractor and functional medicine doctor in Lake Point Wellness in Minneapolis. And I was so fortunate to be introduced to Organo 8 years ago because of my massive Starbucks addiction, which was terrible for my health and terrible in a unique sort of way for my relationships, because I would spike and crash. And it's kind of like if you joke about that piece of being hangry, like when I would come down off my coffee caffeine crash, it was like being hangry times 1,000. So it was such a gift and an opportunity and a blessing and I'm so thankful to the Chua family to be able to switch my daily habit and my daily addiction to something that is healthy. And expanding from that, we have seen Organo grow as a company, both in its products and what it's offering, to be able to actually live a lifestyle and have experiences and connections with people. Like, it truly is a family and a community of people from all over the world that I never would have had the opportunity to meet with or to see, and places I wouldn't have necessarily gone to or traveled to. So in that, let's segue into travel. So Organo expanded, which I think is amazing because I love to travel. COVID has been super, super hard on me. I think I canceled, I'm usually on an airplane at least every 6 weeks, if not every 4 weeks. So I've been grounded, quote unquote, since January. And so to be able to utilize travel as an opportunity to explore new cultures, learn new languages, see new things in the world, and also live life fully to the best of my ability, to the fullest of my ability. That's what I really think about travel. It's a way to connect, and it's a way to explore, and it's a way to live life to the fullest. I'm going to just pause for a moment to acknowledge, I live in downtown Minneapolis, and when I look out my window at all times in the last week, after the wake of the tragedy that occurred with loss of life, and then the violence that erupted and actually destroyed parts of our cities and parts of our neighborhoods, I now look out and I see 8 armed guards across from my building at all times. It's a really big shock. And it's been a really big wake-up call for me of how much gratitude I have towards everything I can do. And then also how much gratitude towards, it's a wake-up call of how we can help others, and a gratitude towards Organo. Organo gives people the opportunity to move into growing better health and better wealth and better memories with Travala, better skin with BU, in ways that they would never be able to do. When we look at the divide and you look at any person, including myself, I just finally paid off my student loan debt, after 25 years. You think about anyone that has a social economic disadvantage, you can never get ahead being a traditional employee. You can never get ahead clocking in, working a little overtime. By having the opportunity with Organo to expand and grow and be your own entrepreneur, everyone has the same playing field. Everyone has the same opportunity to get started and to start sharing from the heart, and to be able to grow, whether it's $200 to $300 to $500 to help their family make bills or have food, or be able to take one vacation a year, or whether it's to grow into full wealth and to grow into the opportunities of Travala. So what I'm going to focus on today is why I love Travala so much. As I mentioned, we are in really uncertain times. I've kind of gone over all of this. Like, in addition to not being told to travel because of COVID, so many people have lost their jobs, they've lost their incomes, and others, even though they've like stayed steady, they may be business owners that are uncertain of the future of when can we open again, what's going to happen 2 years from now or a year from now, when if I maybe I'll get laid off because my company, which sells, you know, people to redo their floors or redo their kitchens or move and build, maybe that company won't keep their job. Or maybe I work for a real estate company and we have commercial real estate and now everyone's working from home. So these businesses aren't going to be filled. You know, there's so many things that are uncertain, but what we are certain of, and what I'm certain of, is that we can create our future. We can create what we want. And that's why I'm grateful for Travala and Organo. Wrong way, sorry. So let's just talk a little bit about what Travala offers. Travala offers what are called forever weeks. So anyone that has heard of a timeshare knows that usually the buy-in is 10 to, I don't know, like I know friends who have spent $200,000 in their timeshare over like 10 to 15 years, but it's a minimum buy-in. So Travala offers a forever week starting at $1,500 for a week. That is condominiums that you can rent at wholesale. And it's forever. That's the key. Once you purchase that $1,500 or $3,000 for 2 weeks or more for the 4 forever weeks, you get that week, that 2 weeks every year for life. There are also resorts in over 100 countries. This picture is from Travala Resort that's in the Canary Islands from last November. There are 2, which we were luckily, fortunate and gifted to be able to be at. There are, over 200,000 luxury resorts, condominiums. There's, there are also, I keep going the wrong direction with my PowerPoint here. Oh, there are also expanded hotel selections. Cruises, like I've looked at the cruises. I'm not going to jump on one right now with COVID, but I can't wait to take until I can go with my mom onto a cruise in Alaska. I think that sounds amazing and beautiful. And the comparisons of the savings from some of the cruises all over the world have been, like thousands of dollars in savings. These pictures are all from a hotel, a little resort in Mexico in Playa del Carmen that my mom and I went to visit and stay with our friends in Mexico for over New Year's after Christmas. There is also, which I really love, is access to the travel concierge. So this is my trip to Breckenridge in January, and we stayed at our friend's home. We are very fortunate and lucky that she has a home in the mountains that we can stay at for free. However, from the airport to her home, we had to get there. And so the travel concierge helped me because people were coming, going, were kids going, were families going, was it just 3 ladies? What dates were we going? So the concierge actually changed my car rental reservation 3 different times for me. So between my busy workday, while I was seeing patients, I got to just call and then check an email and say, okay, yes, go forward with this one. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Can you cancel that reservation because I need a bigger car because this person can join us? So we're so fortunate that all of this is included once you purchase a Forever Week. So this, I think, is really amazing. So my mom and I purchased 2 Forever Weeks last August when it first came out. I haven't used a Forever Week in 2019 or in 2020. However, we have been to Playa del Carmen. These are all places I'm going or was going anyway. So in Playa del Carmen, we saved over $900, close to $1,000 in our 2 hotel rooms versus what I was charging or what I would have purchased on like bookit.com. That's where I had purchased it. I had pre-reserved the room. Once we had Travala, I was able to look through the Forever Weeks portal and I canceled the other rooms and we saved $900 and we had a beautiful, as you saw in the pictures earlier, a beautiful, amazing resort. I was going to my friend's 2 daughters, which you can see the two shorter teenagers. They were going, we all went to Nebraska game last year. And these 2 little ladies are going to Nebraska next year, so we'll be going much more often. But just last year, we had 3 rooms. My mom was not in the picture, but she also came to the game. So we saved $150 on rooms that we were staying at anyway. That's the view from the Graduate. We were staying there no matter what. But because you used the Travala portal, we saved $150. As I mentioned, the car rental saved $85, and I didn't have to do the hassle of searching for it. Because of COVID, I usually go and stay at my friends. I'm very fortunate and very grateful. I stay at my friend's lake place. However, because of COVID and just like space and social distancing and all the things, I'm staying at hotels now, or we're staying at hotels now. And so next weekend, I'm saving $92 because I literally this morning booked it through Travala versus booking it through the website or calling the resort. Over the 4th of July, my mom is going to come and visit, and she saved over $50. You know, that weekend it works for me to stay at my friend's place, but it doesn't work for my mom. There's just not enough space. So she saved $50, not only compared to last year, but also compared to the rates haven't gone up yet. They usually increase, so it would probably be more. Jody's weekend, we have a friend that we celebrate who's passed away. That's in July, this coming July. I just was booking those hotel rooms also this week. And so I saved another $46. So if you look at that, I've saved $1,300 in travel that I was going to do anyway in the first year of having a Forever Week, which to me, that's a lot of money. That's a lot, you know, that makes a lot of difference for myself personally. But if you have a family of 4, you can imagine, and you actually tap into a Forever Week, how much you can save. So I'm just going to break down the numbers and the math, because I think sometimes when we listen to talks, people can be like, wait a second. I mean, that sounds great. You did that, but how does that really work for me? How does that really work for my family? And so if you look at this, last August, we purchased it was an Evolution pack. You know, I really highly recommend, you know, like, why waiting? Because if we would have waited because we were like, oh, we already have these things booked, it's not coming up, we'll get it when the next promo comes out in February. Well, just that alone, we would have missed out on over $1,000 worth of savings, right? So, you know, I recommend as soon as possible to purchase a Forever Week. Additionally, you know, like if there's ever promotions, like take advantage of those promotions. Organo puts those together to help support you as a consumer, as a business builder, as a team member, as a business partner, you know. And so for $3,000, it was worth over $3,700. So with that, there was $408 worth of products that then was resold to make $237. Then the 2 Forever Weeks that haven't been utilized yet, which is a minimum of $3,000, $1,500 for each, haven't been used yet. They're still there for us to save money in the future and use, again, forever. They don't expire. You don't have to, you know, the yearly fee is a $300 travel portal membership. There's hotel and rental savings that I already showed you. Again, we also have an access, there's discounts on theater. I was looking at theater tickets, which unfortunately in Minnesota, we have some really strict regulations with COVID, more than some of the other states. So nothing's opened up yet. But even just like a show that I want to go to anyway would have saved, I don't know, like around $30, which $30 might not seem like a lot, but $30 is a lot, you know. And the Leisure Hub offers discounts for restaurants, for movie tickets. There's excursions that are available once we can travel again. There's luxury villas that we haven't even tapped into, you know. So all of this is done, you know. So out of a $3,000 investment, there's $3,000 of Forever Weeks that haven't been used. There's a $300 travel portal for free. There was $237 in retail profit, so we're at over $500. And then there was $1,300 that I saved in hotel rooms already. So, you know, $1,800 of a $3,000 investment has already been recouped and has already been saved. And this is May. Nope, now it's June by 4 days. But this is June, and this was purchased in the middle of August. We didn't even know how to use it until, you know, I didn't use it until Labor Day weekend. So, You know, we're not even in a year in and all of this has happened. Additionally, there's income that can be made. So I was telling someone as I was working on this PowerPoint, I was telling my friend about this, and they were like, wait, you've saved how much and you haven't even used the timeshare yet? Like, I have kids, I have a family, I wanted to learn more. And I said, okay, well, I can't talk to you anymore this morning because I have to be on this call at 10 a.m. Central, but we'll talk this weekend and I'll explain to you what it is. So with that, oops, wrong way. So if you look at that, as a distribution partner, there's two different ways to share Travala. You can share it and someone else can also join as a distribution partner, and then they can purchase one of the packs. They can purchase their Forever Week for $1,500. But simply, just as we have a retail customer in selling BU products, as we have a retail customer in selling healthy coffee and shakes and doing, you know, capsules, you can sell a Forever Week to a retail customer. So if that selling one Forever Week is a $750 retail profit. So if you think about that, that is already paid for half of your first Forever Week. You know, so it's such a great opportunity. You know, before I had my own stories, I used the examples of others, you know, so it's a great opportunity for you to like replay this, to show this, to share as you're digging around, as you're learning about it, as you're wanting to book your own, you know, is to jump in, you know, as Richard Branson says, you know, like jump in, I'm paraphrasing, but jump in and figure out the details later. That's what entrepreneurs do. That's what people do that live their life to their fullest. So, you know, like, where is it that you want to go? Where is it that you want to go to visit? You know, these are the places, the locations. I was going to go to Greece this summer, but now I'm going next summer, and then Santorini. I'm using Travala to help book where I'm staying, or there's a bunch of us, so we may book one of the villas and share it between, you know, 10 of us that are going. My mom is turning 75. She's never been to New York City. So we're going to utilize Travala to save money. Hotel rooms are not expensive in New York City, especially if you're from a farm in Iowa growing up like I did. You know, we didn't stay anywhere growing up, you know, fancier than a Super 8, you know. So it's a great opportunity for my mom to go see the High Line and for us to save money. I love Antelope Canyon and can't wait to go to Lake Powell. This view, the sunset on the bottom is the lake I'm going to. So where I'm going, and I'm like, okay, well, things are different. I need to book hotel rooms and I'm going to save each time. That's the view, that's the sunset that I'm going to. And then, you know, going to Italy someday to see Positano. So, you know, I really hope that this has given some insight on what's available and the opportunity that Travala gives. And I also hope that, you know, in everything that's happened in the last, especially the last week, but in the last few months, that, you know, you connect with your family, you connect with your loved ones, you connect with yourself and really see, like, where is it that, you know, where is it that you want to go? Where is it that you want to see? Where do you see your future? Not just for travel, but where do you see your future for, you know, your children, for your neighbors, you know, for your community? And how can we create this and create a world that's better and loving and peaceful and, you know, is connected? And we get to connect by being able to travel and see even other communities and other parts of the world. So I wish you all a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear my experiences and what I have to share. And have a blessed day.